Welcome back to my channel. It's Krista here to do the weekly reading for the sign of Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Gemini, if you don't know your Moon and Rising sign, there's a link in the description box where you can find out your whole birth chart. And that way, for additional messages for the week, you can always look at your Moon and Rising sign in addition to your Sun sign reading today. So we're looking at the sign Gemini for the week of August 15th to August 22nd. I will be doing a 5-card reading with the Wisdom of the Oracle Tarot, and then drawing additional message cards from each of the Medicine Card Tarot and the Healing with the Angels Tarot. I will be asking, what does your sign need to know for the week? So whatever is most prominent in your life, Gemini, I encourage you to apply these messages to, and hopefully you find them helpful in healing. So let's begin. What does Gemini need to know? Wow. Okay, Gemini. So what I do for every set of 5 cards is I get a general snapshot, sort of energy of what's going on for the whole 5 cards. Then I'll look at each card in its position, hold them up to the camera for you so you get a feel of the imagery and the coloration. Use your intuition if anything's calling your name or you're drawn to something in particular. Use your intuition and take from those messages anything helpful. And then, like I said, we'll follow it up with 2 extra cards here. So generally speaking, what you are dealing with this week, Gemini, is a great deal of what some people would consider luck, but what other people who are really successful would say is hard work. So you are surrounded by luck as a result of hard work here. It's going to feel like luck. It's probably going to look like luck, but you know better. You've been doing a lot of figuring something out. Now, are you appreciating it? Are you appreciating what you've figured out, what you have in your life, what others bring to your life, how easy other people may make your life? I think this is the only thing that I feel is really missing this week is what are you... See, when I ask, what does your sign need to know, unless you're already understanding everything that's going on here and you would consider it confirmation as to what you already know and you're like, yeah, consider this, you're going in the right direction. If this is going to be like, when you see this as a Gemini and you're like, no, I don't see any of this in my life, this is what it's meant to do. This is meant to describe to you what is actually available in your life and how it's actually occurring and what you might be missing. So that's what I'm reading here. If things are going super crappy this week, for whatever reason, I think there could be an opportunity for you to count your blessings. It could be just in terms of making a list, start with your health if that's the case. Otherwise, I'm going to flip that script up a teeny bit and say that there's actually nothing wrong here this week. Not that there is every other week, but I really feel like you're taking account of something, not necessarily responsibility, and maybe it's not yours to take responsibility for. But there's a condition or a position here this week, Gemini, where you are taking account of something. You're taking stock of something. What you're going to do with it, that's up to you. I'm not entirely sure here. However, here's the caveat. You are surrounded by, and I'm just going to briefly go around what's going on centrally, and then we'll get to what each card is. You are surrounded by stable viewpoints, being able to look at things objectively, issues of nirvana, feeling settled and secure, taken care of, illuminated, etc. Again, with the luck, feeling like you've put so much work into, not that feeling you have put so much work into something that in all appearances to other people, it's going to look like luck. Like things just fell in your lap, but you know it's not. You know you worked hard. And a feeling of celebration, of feeling happy. Like I said, if for whatever reason you don't feel like this is going on in your week, or you aren't privy to this, or this isn't available to you, I'm here to tell you to put down the negative, those negative lenses, or those I'm going to choose to look at what isn't working lenses, and take stock of what you do have this week. Particularly because you have a lot of opportunity here, and like I said, your work, your hard work at something, your devotion or dedication to something here is really paying off for you, and I just feel like you need to acknowledge it. For whatever reason you're not willing to, you don't have time now, there's more to do, something is kind of holding you back from just enjoying it. So let's look at what that might be. And then maybe you can tell me in the comments what's going on here. So in your central position card, we have clean it up. This just basically means making room for something new in your life. Now, one of the key words behind clean it up is actually humility. This is where I'm talking about this sense of you might be drawing in more trouble or concern, or I don't know, what's another way to frame that? Work, if you will. You might think like, well, it's never done, it's never good enough, it's never this, it's never that. But this is saying, look, if you just take stock of what's going on in reality from an objective framework, count your blessings, consider your hard work well won, as in you are being rewarded. Try to stay humble in this state of acquisition or success or celebration, because if you don't, or if that's not allowed, or if you don't consider that important, it will come to eventually haunt you. It will come to not like a ghost, but it'll create a weight. It'll feel like a weight. It'll feel like a shadow is better than a haunt. It'll feel like a shadow, and it'll feel like heavy, and it'll be ridiculous because it's a shadow. You can shake it off. You can shine a light on it and change everything. So that's what's going on here. There is an element of necessary or needed humility this week, Gemini, with regard to your celebration, with regard to your hard work, with regard to the nirvana, emotional, psychological, financial, whatever, again, in a general atmosphere, however this is playing out for you this week. It could even just be a matter of being grateful. If this is all about you and all internal to you, maybe just be grateful for the simple things in life. If it is about a work or a relationship or a commercial prospect, this could be about just being grateful for opportunities, right? Success does come after hard work, and it's going to look like luck to people who don't do that hard work. But you had to have looked for those opportunities to begin with. You had to have started somewhere. So really give yourself some slack for taking some of those risks, but remember to stay humble in the process here, because it will bring more of the success into your life. And it also makes you more approachable, and it makes you more likable to the other people in your life with whom you share it. And listen, even if you're single, you're still out in the world. We still communicate with other people. So anyone you share your life with, partner or not, okay? So this is your cleanup card. The energy that you're just bringing into the week is the milk and honey card. This is their nirvana card. This is getting everything you need, everything you want. This is feeling completely fulfilled. All your concerns being taken care of. And I really do feel like this, I just don't see you having a concern in the world here necessarily, Gemini, except that you're not able to meet someone in the middle. Okay, someone else is feeling withdrawn from, taken from, not appreciated. A really simple act of gratitude, a really simple thank you, or I appreciate that, or just maybe putting yourself in someone else's shoes this week, especially if they've been trying to reach out to you, or if for whatever reason they need uplifting or they need a cause for celebration or to even be part of your celebration, give that some thought this week, Gemini, because they're probably sort of cheering you on from afar, or they have cheered you on from afar. So maybe just give a little, because you've been getting a lot recently. So maybe just give a little, particularly emotionally this week, Gemini, just because you have it to give, and it's a really important part of luck as a result of hard work or success in general. Just to be able to be grateful for what other people provide and bring into the realm of success for you. No one does it alone, right? In the what is working for you position is observer. And as I mentioned early on here, you're able to look at things from an objective perspective here. If for any reason you're not, these two cards are going to work in tandem this week. The Clean It Up and Observer are basically just asking you in terms of what do you need to know in terms of how to get through the week. There is an opportunity to look at things from an objective perspective here, and a door will be opened, something will be shed. You can walk away from something that could feel weighty if you are to remain humble in a certain situation here while objectively viewing it. If for whatever reason you need to contemplate this week and then take action another week, that's fine too. I don't see an action card here necessarily. I do think that this is part of the process though. I think this is, the first step of say 3 in getting to the point where you are able to come to terms with what I'm saying here with regard to being humble, but also sharing and delighting in your own hard work and success. In what you may not believe or think is available to you is serendipity. And like I said, this is it looks like luck, it acts like luck, but we all know it's the result of hard work. So this is what I see sincerely going on here. Don't let anyone take this away from you. If anyone even insists that what you've accomplished is a result of luck, I mean, you can laugh with them all you want, but I think you know as well as I know that it is the result of hard work, a lot of hard work. And you don't take no for an answer. So this is what gets you here. This is what gets you to these prosperous or these successful positions. So really remarkable. So again, don't take it for granted here. You do have a lot of people on your side, or you do have a certain agency or party involved somehow that is really helping you manifest really positive successes for yourself. So again, with the gratitude, okay, and with the probable outcome card, we have happy. Now, really, what can go wrong with happy? Well, I really feel as long as you include other people in your happiness, and like I said, you don't take them for granted, or heaven forbid, you feel on any level, Gemini, that you've done all this yourself. I know it's your hard work. I know that you did it with your hands, okay? It was probably your idea. It was probably your concept. It was, right? Etc. What I'm really raising, the concern I'm raising here is that no one's an island, that you did need other people. Even if you're at the end of this and it's yours and you did it and your name's on it, and okay, that's fine, but you would have had to ask somebody. So just give them their due is all I'm saying here. And it takes nothing from you. It takes nothing from your success, your prosperity, your happiness, your wealth, nothing. From your sense of self, it takes nothing from you to be gracious and grateful to who has been supporting you emotionally, perhaps, but certainly ideologically or financially here with regard to business or other successes. So like I said, here we have the Clean It Up. This is just about getting rid of stuff that doesn't work for you, making room for things that are very positive in your life. And this is really, generally speaking, to feelings or emotions. Like clean up your emotions, get rid of something you feel is kind of dusty or dragging you down. You probably saw the clouds in the cards there. So there is an opportunity to get rid of something that isn't working for you here. In the what you're just bringing into the week or leaving behind is the milk and honey. Again, this is like rainbows and full bowls of full bottles of milk, full bowls of honey. This is total fulfillment, emotional, psychological, financial, etc. But like I mentioned at the very start, this doesn't happen on its own. Even if it's your project or your baby, someone from the outside has always been there to help. And because of the serendipity down here, you know who to go to say yes, right? Maybe someone has said no in the past, but you're looking for that yes person and you found them. So I guess, Gemini, the overarching element here this week is to pay attention to who has helped you and be gracious to them, as opposed to who hasn't and then hold grudges. Okay? Same amount of time used, probably the same amount of energy, but one's going to be to your highest benefit and one's going to be kind of a drag. So with the Observer card, like I said, you have a real golden opportunity here to look at something from a distance or from a different perspective. Even it could be someone else's attitude or insider input about a position or condition or a prospect this week that leads you to examining something deeper about the situation. Run with it. Don't brush it off if someone else brings it to your attention just because they brought it to your attention. Run with it. What harm is there in looking at something from a distance? There's a golden opportunity in it. You have something to learn either way from examining this. And like I said in the Serendipity card, this is a result of hard work. And just bypass anyone who thinks that this is just all luck and fell in your lap, or this was awarded to you. And, on the other hand, if this isn't about an external influence, if you feel for some reason that you've done this all by yourself and you have no one else to thank and it is luck, you're going to need to shift your point of view here. Your point of view around that, if that's what's happening, is going to be it's going to create conflict, or something is going to override that until you realize that, yes, this is a result of other people coming to your aid or helping you out, being that yes person when you needed them to be. And then with your probable outcome being the happy. This is pure celebration. You can see there's confetti and balloons. She has this really cool sort of flower bandana on. She's on an egg with a keyhole as well. There's a great deal of prosperity within here, a prosperous moment. It could even be during the celebration or because of the celebration. Don't rule these kinds of things out, Gemini. Sometimes something that feels like it isn't work or has nothing to do with your highest goals or highest benefit could have golden moments within it, could have, those magic moments within. They could just be, they could happen in a flash. They could happen in an instant. So pay attention this week to what other people are saying and doing around you, and be gracious. Here with the Otter card, we have woman medicine. Don't discount female energies here. If you feel for whatever reason that you would be better off not listening to women or not trusting your intuition this week, I would put that to rest, at least for the week. Trust your intuition. Listen to other women. If the concern is about another woman in particular, or group of women, you can consider this spread to be about that woman or other women. But in terms of woman medicine here, we are talking about everything having to do with female energy. So if you are, for whatever reason, avoiding something that is intuitive for you, so to speak, I mean, we've all been societally, kind of brainwashed into believing that we should subvert our intuition or it shouldn't be trusted. I would go with your intuition this week if something feels off or wonky, or if you're trying to feel better and you don't know how the fastest way to feel better. Try this humility. Try looking at things from a distance this week, Gemini, and use your intuition. I really think it'll help. I really think it'll even help get you to this position where you do feel celebratory. You do feel like there's an element of release or enjoyment here. And then in your final card is romance. You could be bringing this into your life. This could be expanded upon this week. You could be finding reasons to celebrate not only in other prosperous areas of your life, but in addition to the romantic world that you've built for yourself. Certainly, if this is a romantic issue or a partnership issue, this could be becoming humble in the face of the success of the relationship, and looking at it from a distance to get a greater perspective about what's going on in it and your part in it. So, if you have a second, let me know how this works out for you, Gemini. And if you're not already, subscribe to my channel because I upload videos for your sign every single week. I really hope that you enjoyed it. Take good care. See you next time.